Hello friends, welcome to the BPSC junction. Today we will start with the Class 8 Geography Chapter number 1 Resources. Mona and Raju were helping Amma to clean their house. Look at all these things: clothes, utensils, food grains, combs, this bottle of honey, books. Each of these has use, said Mona. That is why they are important, said Amma. These are the resources. What is resources? Was the Raju question to Amma. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource, replied Amma. Look around you and observe. You will be able to identify many types of resources: water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity you use in your house, the rickshaw you use to get home from school, the textbook you use to study are all resources. Your father has prepared a tasty snack for you. The fresh vegetable he has used are also resources. Water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable, and textbook have something in common. They have all been used by you, and so they have utility. Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. How does something become a resource? Raju now wanted to know. Amma told the children that, that things become resource only when they have a value. It uses or utility gives its value. All resources have some value, and said Amma. Value means worth. Some resources have economic value, some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not, but both are important and satisfy human needs. Some resources can become economically valuable with time. Your grandmother's home remedies have no commercial value today, but if they are patented and sold by medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Glossary: patent, it means the exclusive right over any idea or invention. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substance into resource. Both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are the most important resources. It is their idea, knowledge, invention, and discovery that led to creation of more resources. Each discovery or invention led to many others. The discovery of fire led to practice of cooking and other process, while the invention of wheel ultimately resulted in development of newer modes of transport. The technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy into fast flowing water into an important resource. Glossary: technology, it is the application of latest knowledge and skills in doing or making things. Types of resources: resources are generally classified into natural, human made, and human. Natural resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. The air we breathe, the water in our rivers and lakes, the soil, minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. In some cases tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible way. Natural resources can be broadly categorized into two: renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. Some of these are unlimited, are not affected by human activity such as solar and wind energy. Yet careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, and forest can affect their stock. Water seems to be unlimited renewable resources, but and drying up of natural water resources is a major problem in many parts of world today. Non-renewable resources are those which have limited stocks. Only the stocks are exhausted. It may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished, since this period is much more than a human lifespan. Such resources are considered a non-renewable. Coal, petroleum, natural gas are some examples. Glossary: stock or resource, it is the amount of resources available for the use. The distribution of natural resources depends upon the number of physical factors like trend, climate, and altitude. The distribution of resources is unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. Human made resources. Sometimes Natural resource become resource only when their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resource to make building, bridge, road, machinery and vehicles, which are known as human-made resource. Technology is also a human-made resource. So people like us use natural resource to make human-made resource, said Mona, nodding in understanding. Yes, said Raju. Human resource. People can make the best use of resource to create more resource when they have knowledge, skill and the technology to do so. That is why human beings are so special resources. People are human resources. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. Do you know human resource refers to number, quantity and ability, mental and physical of the people. Though there are differing views regarding the treatment of human as a resource, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skills of human that help in transferring the physical material into valuable resource. Conserving resources. Mona had a nightmare. She dreamed that all water on the earth had dried up and all the trees cut down. There was no shade, nothing eat or drink. People were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for food and said. She told her mother about her dream. Amma, can this really happen? She asked. Yes, Amma replied. If we are not careful, that even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non-renewable resource can definitely get exhausted. What can we do about it? Raju asked. Lot supplied Ram. Using resource carefully and giving them time to get the renewed is called resource conservation. Balancing the need to use the resources and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. There are many ways of conserving resources. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling them and reusing things. Ultimately it makes a difference because all our lives are linked. That evening, the children and their friends made packets and shopping bags out of old newspaper, discarded cloth, and basket from bamboo sticks. We will give a few to every family we know, said Mona. After all, it's for a very good cause, said Mustafa. To save our resources and keep our earth alive, I am going to be very careful not to waste paper, said Jessie. Many trees are cut down to make paper, she explained. I will see that electricity is not wasted in my house, shouted Mustafa. Electricity comes from water and coal. I will make sure that the water is not wasted at home, said Asa. Every drop of water is precious. Together we can make a difference, chorused the children. There are some of the things Mona, Raju and their friend did. What about you? How are you going to help in conserving resources? The future of our planet and its people is linked with the ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable, the diversity of life on earth is conserved, the damage to natural environmental system is minimized. Some principles of sustainable development: respect and care for all forms of life, improve the quality of human life, conserve the earth's vitality and diversity, minimize the depletion of natural resources, change personal attitude and practice towards the environment, enable community to care for their own environment.